Welcome to the Jennifer Hudson Show, y'all. I see ya. Woo. Listen, let's get into this thing, y'all. Y'all, there is nothing like a mother's love, as we know. And we also know that no matter what we do for a living, being a mom is a full-time job. Yes, it is. As we know. So today, I want to celebrate some celebrity moms because they make time to rock the red carpet and to raise their babies, okay? So it is time for us to play Oh Baby! Hey, woo child. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all a picture of a famous celebrity as a baby, okay? And then we'll have to see if we can figure out who it is. Can y'all handle that? Now, I'm depending on y'all, but if we get stuck, we got a hint we can depend on, okay? So, here we go. Here's the first baby. Jennifer Garner? Who you think it is? Jennifer Garner, right? That's who it looked like to me, I think. Okay, from 13 going on 30 to Family Switch. She's always busy being somebody else. It looks like Jennifer Garner to me. Am I right? I think I'm right. Let's see. I knew it! She looks just like herself. Oh my gosh, she didn't change a bit. Okay, she's got a great name and 3 beautiful children. Oh my goodness, okay. Man, she looks just like herself. Wow. And baby form. Okay. Let's see another baby who grew up a star mom. What y'all thinking? It do look a little bit like Angela Bassett, but she grew up a star mom? That's the hint? I'm a little stuck. Come on now. No, it ain't me. Hold on. No, that ain't me. You think it's Halle Berry? This Oscar-winning actress has played both a Bond girl and a Catwoman, so it could be Halle Berry. Oh! It's Halle Berry, y'all. She's a proud mom of 2. Okay, y'all, we got time for one more baby. It's time. I'm going to give you a hint before I show you the picture. Y'all ready? Now, this last baby was on the hit show The Office. She's a Tony Award-winning producer for the Broadway play A Strange Loop and a mother of 2, and she is my first guest today. Let's see the baby. Who's this cute baby with the cute little haircut? That sounds close. You know what? Let's see her all grown up. It's the incredible Mindy Kaling. Mindy, come on out, girl.
With some compliments here.
Oh.
The energy backstage, your crew is amazing. You are amazing.
Thank
honestly.
you.
I feel so honored to be here.
Thank you.
This audience.
Aren't they awesome? And they're awesome.
I'm getting like New Year's Eve energy, which I really loving from the show. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
You know what? That's happy place energy. We love everybody to be happy, and we just want to celebrate
Yes.
you.
Wait, that photo of me, you know how you know when you're old when you see like a young photo of yourself, and like if it's a young person, it's like some like cool color photo, the quality is really good, and mine is like a black and white photo from like the 1800s. Like, they're like, who is this old witch?
It's so cute though. Oh my goodness, that's a star right there, as we know.
Look at the puppet that I'm holding.
Do you remember the puppet's name? Was that like one of your favorite puppets?
And I say this with love for that little girl, but like, I'm so excited about that ugly, ugly puppet. I love her. Yes, I love her. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations on all your success.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
And thank you so much for being here. It's now time for me to compliment you. We won a Tony together for Strange Loop.
Yes.
I have to ask you, where do you keep your Tony?
My Tony it's at my offices, which is like not too far from here, because I think a Tony is a really classy award, and I want everyone to see it. I mean, you also have an Oscar, so you have all your awards, but I always like when people to come in to see it, because I'm not very musical myself. And when people see a Tony, they sometimes think I might be for like a moment or so.
But you're a producer, and you do many great things, and you create opportunities for so many, and we thank you for that. So that deserves to be celebrated.
Thank you.
Okay?
That's so nice. And that musical, if we can, like, Michael R. Jackson, the writer, is so talented, Jaquel Spivey, like, we were so lucky to get to work with those two.
Lucky.
Yeah.
And help bring something great, to theater.
Yeah.
And it was good to be a producer with you.
I know, producer makes me feel important.
Yes.
I like that.
You're doing important things right now.
Exactly.
And you stay doing important things. I have to ask you, when was the first time you saw like somebody that reflected yourself, a representation of you on screen?
That is such a great question. I think growing up in the 80s and the 90s, it wasn't like there was so many South Asian or Indian women on screen, but there's this incredible actress named Sarita Chowdhury. She's actually on the sort of like new version of Sex and the City. She's one of the leads on that, but she was in this romantic drama with Denzel Washington.
Oh, wow.
And so it's an incredibly beautiful, very sexy drama. So that's when I first felt it. What about you?
You know what? That's a good question. I mean, there's the Halle Berrys, there's, Whoopi Goldbergs and different ones like that. Like it's been inspirational for me to want to do what I do. And I think you have been one for so many too. How does that feel to be an inspiration for so many?
I mean, as a kid who was always stared at the TV and thought, oh my God, I love this world. I wish I could just like disappear into this world, but felt like I had no access.
Yeah.
It really, like every day I do pinch myself. And then the fact that people look at me and they're like, oh, I wish she could have, it just makes me so happy that I have all these different shows so I can kind
create
of
a platform.
Create a platform and bring those people into my world. So I feel
it's changing. It's a game changer that you're doing that. So keep up the amazing work.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Yes, one of these working moms right here. How do you do it? You have 2 children. What are they into these days?
Well, it's funny. I have 2 kids, and I don't know if you feel this way or anyone else feels this way. When I come home, sometimes there's so many toys and evidence of them that it seems like I have 8 children. I'm like, how is this? I think there's only, but it's incredible. Like, what are they into right now? My daughter likes to cook.
Oh.
Which just means that she gets lots of different ingredients in a giant bowl and dumps them in and just makes this like disgusting slop and then goes around the house asking people to taste it.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't want to discourage her, but I'm also someone who really likes my kitchen tidy, so, and I don't like her to like waste ingredients. So it's just like, it's a really like a test for me to just like put all that at the door and let her be creative.
That is adorable.
Yeah.
Do you think she gets... Does she get the example of cooking from you? Like, who does she see cook?
Who does she see cooking? I mean, I do like to cook. My success rate is like not that great, but she does see me cooking a lot, which is nice. Yeah.
No,
do you like cooking?
No, I'm not a good cook, but my son, hold on. My son is.
He is?
And yeah, he puts me out of the kitchen.
How old is he?
He's 14 now, y'all.
And he's cooking full meals?
Yeah, as soon as I get in the kitchen, he'd be like, no, Mama, I got it. Go sit down. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And he did not get it from me, okay? It must run in the family, and that's the piece I did not get. But he's also a basketball kid.
Yeah.
And I got to play for the NBA All-Star game trying to get cool points for my son.
Yes.
And the other day, I decided to ask him, I was like, so exactly how many cool points did I get? We never asked that. We worked so hard to get those cool points for my kids, right, Mindy?
Yeah, so we never,
Yeah, I'm like, how many cool points did I get? So it's like, and then what can I do with the cool points?
Right.
Do y'all think to ask the children that? Okay, so have you done anything to get cool points from your kids?
Well, it's really interesting to say because you get the cool points, but you don't know how to redeem them.
Right.
You're like, what is this?
What we gotta do?
What do you gotta do? Exactly.
Right.
What's cool points for me? I think I brought my daughter to Taylor Swift.
Okay,
So
you had to get some really cool points.
everyone here, yes, and that was tough to do. And then she loved it. Yes, you guys have the soda. So she you can tell from her energy, like, so we were really far back, but her energy, and this is why it was so nice to bring her, because she was 6 years old, you know, is she felt that she had a connection with Taylor from there. Like, she was screaming her head off like Taylor could see her. And I mean, you see this as like the power of music, right? Is that you feel like a connection with the singer, and people must say that to you all the time, but she feels that for Taylor, I feel that for you, I feel that for all my favorite singers. So that was, you know, it's a schlep to go to a live concert, okay?
It's a big deal.
If you have kids and you're in your 40s, and it was really worth it. So I got very fleeting cool points for that.
Add them up. We're going to use our cool points. Will you stick around for a little bit longer?
Yes, please.
All right, more with Mindy. We'll be right back. We're back with Mindy Kaling. Okay, now I know you get asked a lot if you're going to do a reboot of The Office. But what I want to know is, will you ever, right?
Yes.
I was waiting for y'all. Would you ever let your kids watch it?
Yes, I love the show. There's some material in that, and some of my other shows too that, you know, maybe I'd wait for them to be a little bit older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand
There's
that.
some jokes in there that, you know, maybe I would wait for them to be a little bit older. I love the show, and I think it's like a great show. But the Mindy Project, The Sex Lives of College Girls is my other show. Like, you know, you can tell that show is for slightly older people.
When they get older.
Yes, exactly.
It's phases, because some, you know, when they little, they ain't ready for it. You
Yeah.
sound like a great mama. I'm right with you. Now, do your babies know you're famous?
Yes. Well, so I don't know if you have this with your son, but in my family, my daughter is the star of the family. So when we go out, if we're in Disneyland and someone asks me for a photo, she's like, why are you asking her?
Oh.
Like, do you know what's here? Like, so it's very interesting, but she like she's definitely like, I'm a supporting cast member. And so is her little brother, and like, she's the star. So I think she thinks it's intriguing. But again, since she doesn't see any of the shows I'm in, she doesn't totally get it yet.
That is hilarious. That means, you know, she has her own personality. I think that happens a lot with our kids, because my son used to tell people, they'd be like, that's Jennifer Hudson kid. He like, I'm not Jennifer Hudson kid, I'm David Otunga. And I'm like, right, babe, you are who you are, you know? So it's good that they grow up in their own way, in their own right.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you think they're following your footsteps?
So far, you know, I could see my daughter doing it a little bit. Like, she did a little bit of musical theater and liked it, but again, wanted to be the star of the production and then wasn't, and kind of lost interest. But yeah, I could see my daughter, not my son, not so much. He's a little bit more of like a shy. He loves like cars and trucks.
Aww.
He doesn't need to be the sort of star or anything.
I love that.
Yeah, he's a sweet
They sound like
boy.
little precious babies. That's
Yes.
amazing. Okay, so you've done a lot of different genres in film. Is there a genre that you want to be a part of next, or help create it next?
Well, do you know what I would love to be in?
What's
Is
that?
like a lot of times when you watch like these historical movies about like Abraham Lincoln or whatever, I always want to be in those ones, or movies that take place in the 50s and 60s, because there's never any Asian people in them.
That is a good point.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I've always wanted to be in something that was like historical or period. And the other thing I love is horror.
You want to do horror? I think I want to do horror too. We should do it together.
I mean, you would be incredible in a horror movie. I feel like I would just be laughing the whole time.
I thought we should practice our screams. Ah, what kind of?
I bet you have a killer scream.
I don't know. If you scare me hard enough, I'ma holler. I don't know. But that would be something cool to experience. I've never did a horror film.
Well, I like horror comedy movies, you know, like Get Out. I mean, it's so scary, but it's pretty funny. And the Scream movies. So to me,
I
that'd
love
be fun.
Scream.
The problem with horror is that when I'm watching them about like anything that's really scary, I'm fully not watching. I have to leave the room. So
Oh, you're that scary?
I'm that scared, but I do love them, but I just don't watch.
Well, you're not really watching them, Mindy.
I don't see the part when everyone gets like sliced and diced, but I'm watching everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
But I
then
feel like if I'm part of it, it won't be scary to me anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be afraid to be on the set?
No, that I wouldn't be. That would it would be kind of great to see be at craft services with the murderer or whatever. It'd be fine.
I never thought about that would be a part of it.
Yeah.
Imagine standing next to Jason. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I want to know this too, because I know sometimes when I go out and about, people will start singing in the aisles like it's an audition. Do people like audition for you on the street?
Wait, okay.
For roles?
I'm sorry. So people see you and they're like, I'm gonna like. This
Oh,
is
you
my
hear
time
them a
to
mile away, and I'm like, Lord, they singing, and I will encourage them. You better sing, you know. So do people like bust out a whole audition for you or anything like that to try to get roles when they see you?
I would luckily I don't have like a lot of song and dance in my shows, but I do run into people who are like, oh, you should see my office. You could write a show about it. And I'm like,
pitch you ideas.
Pitch me ideas for shows. Now I'm picturing you in Target, like with your son, and someone is like singing Whitney Houston like at your face, and you're like, please just like let me buy my things. That's very funny.
I'll be right there encouraging, but I ain't gonna lie, I used to do the same thing. I'd be like, oh, they hear me. And then I'll just start singing, like this is my opportunity, so I guess I'm getting it back. But yeah, I'm sure people...
Would you, if you had grown up with like TikTok, would you have been like that girl on TikTok who was like auditioning for stuff and like singing?
Oh my God, yes. Because my first job was working at Burger King, and y'all used to work the drive-thru. And you know that drive-thru had a microphone? That was my shot right there, Mindy. So you would hit a beep, when the cars come beep, I'd be like, and go into full song. What's your order? Okay. And that led me all the way here now. I'm so serious.
I would have given $1 million to hear Jennifer Hudson sing like a Whopper and...
Whopper, you won't cheat. I don't want no onions. You like that, Mindy?
I do.
Will you put me on your show?
Oh my gosh, please, I'll write a show around that character.
Okay.
Let's go pitch it. Jennifer Hudson, she's at a drive-thru. We're singing about Whoppers.
I got it. Hold on. I got it.
Okay.
When we're in the scary movie, I'm going to scare the killer away. Don't shoot me.
Yes, it's already #1 in the box
That would be
office.
new and different for a scary movie, right?
Very
the
different.
Scary Movie musical.
Yes.
Mindy Kaling and Jennifer Hudson. I like that.
I'm gonna go home and write that.
Okay?
Yeah.
You Oh my God. Okay, you got a lot of things you got going on.
Yeah.
Please tell me about your swimming suit collection.
Okay, well, I am definitely not someone who ever thought I would have a swimwear collection.
Yeah.
In fact, buying bathing suits, particularly after I had kids, was just not something I found fun. But I started working with this company called Andy. We designed a swimwear collection.
That's great.
It's this year's theme is camp, because I'm like that East Coast kid who like loves summer camp.
Yeah.
So it's this incredible collection. It's really flattering, but also really sexy. And they look on any figure. I would love to give you some.
I would love to wear it.
Really bright colors. And yeah, I love this. It's amazing. It's so, I mean, you look amazing in colors. And we have so many good colors. So I can't wait for that to come out.
Ooh, we're looking forward to it. And I can't wait to keep talking to you. Can you stay a little bit longer?
I would love that.
Oh my goodness, more with Mindy. We'll be right back. We're back with Mindy Kaling. Now, I want to talk to you about these comments that you post on social media. They get a lot of attention. We got one with Pacino and Robert De Niro. Now, which one? I was trying to decide which one I prefer, because what they say? Y'all see this? Okay.
That's a ridiculous comment from me.
Do you know which one you prefer?
Okay, I mean, in these two, both great-looking guys, we can say.
We can see that.
Right? In their prime, great-looking guys. I love a brunette, 5'11" man. I think there's something about De Niro here, right?
That's my pick.
There's just something. I mean, they're both. I mean, I will say Al Pacino looks a lot like BJ Novak in that photo.
They look got a little similar thing, but De Niro got a little bit more, a little swag on it or something. Add Malcolm, right, y'all?
Yes.
Anybody? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Now I gotta ask you, do you remember the first time you got recognized in public?
I think it must have been after a Red Sox game, and there was a drunk fan that was like, Kelly from The Office. I get a lot of drunk fans saying Kelly from The Office, or yelling about The Office to me. Yeah. What about you?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm never Jennifer Hudson. I'm Megan Thee Stallion. I'm Coco Jones. Or did I go to college with you? And then some people be like, you know what? You look just like Jennifer Hudson. I'd be like, I know, everybody say that. I look just like Jennifer Hudson. And then if I really want to fool them, I'd be like, I don't take that as a compliment. And they'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, but no, but I'm never her for some reason, and I'm okay with that.
That is so funny that they think you're Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. No, I was at the Super Bowl, leaving the Super Bowl. Somehow we were in the same suite. And it was like, Megan. And I was like, are y'all serious? It's Jennifer. And then I was just walking around here outside, and this man pulled his whole truck over, Mindy. And he was like, it's so good to see you. Oh my God, I haven't seen you since and I was like, who do you think I am, sir? And he was like, and the guy who was in the car with him, he's like, that's Jennifer Hudson. He's trying to tell me, I'm going along with it. And I was like, wait a minute, tell me who do you think I am? And he was like, Coco Jones. And I was like, I mean, they're beautiful, so I can't complain.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But, you know, I answer to anything with a J, okay? If you say Julia, Jason, Jennifer, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yes.
All right, let's get back to you now. Can we talk about your skincare line that you have, that you invested in?
I would
Lion Pose?
Yes, thank you. Yes, and there's some right here. So I get shown a lot of different companies and products, I'm sure you do too. Yes. But I met these two women, they're both Indian, which I'd never seen, founding a skincare line, which is really cool. And they made this product called, this is Unspotted 4X, which is great because I have dark skin. I have a lot of melanated skin, so when I get a spot, it stays there for like 6 or 7 months. It just takes forever, so this helps get rid of those. It's like a miracle product, and they just came out with a sunscreen that looks good on all skin types.
Sunscreen, yes.
And they have these little minis that are so cute, and I think we're giving them away to people in the audience today.
We're giving them away! Thank you for that.
Of course.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to try it.
They're so cute. Yes, they're the best.
That is awesome. Yes. Go to lionpose.com to learn more about Mindy's favorite products. We'll be right back. I cannot wait to bring out my next guest. They are 4 dynamic players breaking barriers in the game of basketball, y'all. From Los Angeles Sparks, please welcome Rickea Jackson, Dearica Hamby, Lexie Brown, and Cameron Brink. Gorgeous.
Thank you. So
are you supermodels too?
I wish. On the side.
How tall are y'all? I thought I was tall. You are? But I'm curious now, how tall are you?
6'2".
6'2"?
Yes, ma'am.
Kim?
6'5".
Lexie?
I'm only 5'9".
I'm with you, I'm 5'9". That gives me basketball dreams, girl. Okay. And you, dear?
6'2 and a half.
6'2 and a half. Oh my goodness. Rickea, like, how did you know you wanted to start playing basketball?
I knew around the 7th grade. I really just started as a late bloomer in the basketball world. At first, you know, I didn't want to play basketball. I wanted to do ballet. I wanted to be the tallest cheerleader ever.
Wow.
I just felt like basketball was a boy masculine sport, but I fell in love with it in the 8th grade. Seeing my name on an article, I was just playing just because it was fun, and just seeing that in itself just meant a lot to me, and it made me like just want to be the best, you know. I just wanted to be #1 in the state, and I just kept working at it each and every day, and it came to fruition.
It came to fruition, and y'all are killing it. What about you, Cameron?
For me, I would say it was kind of the same thing. I wanted to be a girly girl. I wanted to be the black sheep of my family. My mom played, my dad played. Yep, that's me. That's an interesting photo. But I fell in love with it too, and it brought me so much. It's changed my life, and I couldn't be more thankful for it. So I'm just so happy to be here with these girls and with you. It's amazing.
We are so happy to have you, and so proud of everything y'all doing. And Lexie, you grew up in a basketball family.
Yep.
Tell us about that.
Both my parents played. My dad played in the NBA, and my mom played in college. So it's just a basketball household. Oh, look how cute. See, the forehead still match? Okay. I just kind of fell into the game, and it was kind of a way for me to just spend a lot of time with my dad. So, you know, that's how I fell in love with it at a really young age. A lot younger than probably these 3. I mean, 5, 6 years old is when I knew I wanted to be a basketball player.
I totally understand that. And Dearica, when were you introduced to the game?
A little different, yeah. was kind of playing around with it at Boys and Girls Club, but I didn't really like get into competitive basketball until high school. I actually played softball and baseball growing up, and I thought I was going to be on the boys' baseball team, and they cut me. And then I grew 5 inches, and they said, well, you should play basketball. And I was just like, okay, I guess. And then within a year, I was probably one of the best players like in the state.
Come on! Well, I have to ask, because you guys are changing the face of women's basketball, but who did you look up to for female basketball players growing up?
I personally looked up to Candace Parker.
Candace Parker. Wow.
That's a good one.
I would say Candace Parker, yes, because she just retired.
Yes.
Shout out Candace. I would also say Breonna Stewart. Lisa Leslie is a huge one for me. She played Sparks. Love Lisa. I mean, there's just so many.
Yeah, for me, Christy Tolliver. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but she went to Maryland. I got to be on her team my first season in LA. She was on the Sparks, so I got to learn a lot from her, which was kind of a surreal moment. Someone I grew up watching, idolizing, and then we're teammates, and then we're competitors, and now she's a WNBA coach, so she's still involved in the game, and you know, she was it for me.
Yeah.
You're the vet.
But I, like I said, I started playing late, so I kind of idolize men's baseball players. But once I got into the league, I had a lot of good vets help like show me the way.
Wow, that's amazing. But y'all gonna inspire so many more young ladies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rickea, now, what was it like for you when you heard your name being called in the draft?
It was surreal. I just could not believe I was finally living out my dream. I was just trying to be in a moment, but at the same time, it felt like a sigh of relief. Like, you did it, you made it. And just sitting there, you know, meeting all the draftees and just the new people, it was just a dream come true. And I feel like we all were so deserving.
Yes.
And the draft itself was just so overwhelming, but in a good way. And I was just, you know, just smiling. My cheeks were hurting at the end of the night. Like, I was just so happy. So, yeah.
Wow, like I heard you say, like what do y'all feel when y'all see this? You know what I mean? Each other.
They looked amazing. Yeah. We had the 2 best dressed draft picks. We did for sure.
Wow, and Cameron, I heard you got to hear from you. Is he your god brother?
Yeah.
Steph Curry. What was that like?
Yeah, I kind of made that term up. He's just a really close family friend. His mom is my godmother, and she was there at the draft with me, Miss Sonia Curry,
Nice.
and that meant the world. But I remember FaceTiming him 2 minutes before the draft started, and all I said was like, I'm so afraid to fall on my face walking up the steps. And I did it. I was wearing these same heels, and
They cute too.
Thank you.
Okay.
And you know, it all worked out. It was honestly kind of a relief to hear your name called, but just so much joy. I was happy crying, and I was wearing so much black eyeliner, I had to cry like horizontal so it wouldn't run down my face. But it was just truly a magical day.
Wow, it is so magical having y'all here. Will you stick around for a little bit? I'm so happy to have you back. Well, when we return, we'll be right back. We're back with the LA Sparks. Rickea, can you tell me, what are your thoughts on the progression in women's basketball and the impact that it's having?
Yeah, I feel like it's long overdue. I feel like us as women, we've always been working hard. We've always stayed true to who we are, and I feel like the world is finally being able to see that. I feel like the viewership in itself is just growing each and every day, and I just feel like it's about time. Like, we've been deserving this, and just to see this and to be a part of it is just a blessing. So I'm very grateful to, you know, be coming into the league when, you know, the viewership is on the rise. So it's just been pretty cool to experience, though.
Yes, and it's been amazing to witness and watch and see the growth. It's excellent. Like, I have my son and 7 of his cousins, you know, boys. They only want to watch boy basketball. Now they like, we want to see the girls. We want to see the women. And like, so that's how we see the progress. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it, Cameron?
For me, I mean, it's impacted my family directly. My mom was the first to attend college and graduate from college because of Title IX. So if she didn't go, yes. My mom's my best friend. She went to Virginia Tech, and that's where she met my father. So it's directly impacted my family, and you know, it's just brought me so many amazing things. So it's amazing.
That is awesome. And Lexie, what changes have you seen? Because you're going into, what, 7th season?
7, yeah, I'm in year 7.
Wow!
Yeah, like I'm a baby vet.
Like
a baby vet. Like there's still levels. Like you get out of your rookie, you know, time, but like there's still, this is big vet. I'm little vet. But yeah, I came into the league like right kind of when we were seeing a turning point, you know, with social media. We're seeing more female athletes on marketing stuff. You know, we saw the ownership groups growing. We had a new collective bargaining agreement, in the works when I was coming into the league. So just seeing the work that has been put in since I was a rookie till now has been amazing. And some of the growth that the W has seen doesn't always get acknowledged or recognized, but it's been there, and we've experienced it. So I think it's cool that people are now, embracing it and celebrating it.
That is true. And Dearica, you're like 10 seasons in, right?
Yeah.
Oh my. What kind of vet are you? If you're a baby vet, then
I'm a big solidified vet.
you're a solidified vet.
The vet.
How do you balance basketball and motherhood?
Whew. I just do it, honestly. There's no scripture to it, My kids are, they're like the best thing in my life, but they're really good about just adjusting to the lifestyle that comes with being a pro athlete, and they just go with the flow with me, and they're very supportive. They know when mommy goes to work, I lock in for my 2.5, 3 hours, and when I come home, it's all about them, so.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. All right, I want to lock in a little bit more, but we'll be right back. We're back with the LA Sparks. Rickea, tell me this. What are you looking forward to heading into your first season?
My first season, I just want to win. I want us to shock a lot of people.
Yes.
That's the main goal. I feel like, around the league, there are a lot of super teams, but I feel like we're that underdog team, and we're just going to shock a lot of people. I'm also looking forward to continuing to learn from the vets. Like, I have amazing vets. They've taken Cam and I and Kenzie, all the rookies, in with open arms, and they don't have to do that. Right. So just for them to genuinely be there for us whenever, we need it, it just truly means a lot, and just continue to build relationships and learn from them. It's just all amazing, honestly.
Teamwork. I love that. Cameron, what you got? How do you feel about it?
Gosh, I mean, it's been a lot, I think, especially we need to talk about how we just came from college basketball. And then Dearica and I were just playing 3-on-3 basketball for USA. So it's been a lot, but it's a good adjustment. And I'm just thankful to have these girls, like Rickea was saying. But I don't know, what I'm looking forward to most is just the growth I think I'll be able to make this year. Just growing as a player, as a person. So it's exciting, especially in a city like this.
Wow. Yeah. And y'all are so sweet, such great role models. I love it. Now for the vets over here, Lexie and Dearica, what advice would you give and what would you say is the formula to longevity?
I'll start. For me personally, longevity has just been like finding your little niche, and for me it's been doing the intangibles well, playing hard, diving on the floor, being a good teammate, being a good person. And I've been an all-star the last 2 out of 3 years without having ever been the first, second, or third option. So just play hard, and like that usually makes up for a lot of it.
Wow, I like that.
I think for me, because my career has kind of been like this, I was a first-round draft pick. I've been waived from teams. I was cut twice in one season, a few years ago. And I think the biggest thing for me was, one, be a sponge, always be willing to learn and, take criticism well. I mean, you're not always gonna like what people say to you,
right,
but sometimes, you have to listen to the message, not the messenger. And the second thing is work ethic. First one in the gym, last one out, always getting your extra, lifts in, extra shots up, because they might not tell you that they see you, but they see you.
They're watching.
Mm-hmm. They're watching, they're always watching. And you have a, volunteer workout. No, that's not for some players. Nothing is voluntary. You got to go to everything, right? So that's something for y'all too. Right. So
we're going.
You just gotta, like Dearica said, pick what you're good at, live there for a little bit, and find yourself. And then your career could go any direction you want it to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I said, such great role models. And my son wants to play ball. He's into basketball. And I wanted to know from you ladies, for the young girls and the boys, like what advice can you give them for those who are looking to do what you're doing?
I would just have to say be confident and be true to you. I feel like, personally, this draft class that just came in, we weren't afraid to be ourselves. And I feel like it just showed on the court. The feistiness, the competitiveness, the trash talk here and there. Like, I feel like that's just instilled in us, and we weren't afraid to be ourselves. And I just feel like, people like when you're not afraid to be yourself. And I feel like that just brings more eyes to us.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Anybody else got any more advice for us? She said what she said. Yeah. Y'all are a true team. I love it. You know what? You know I can't have you here and not have a little gift for you from the happy place, okay? Because we love you. We support y'all. Bring it on out. I hope you like yo. You know.
Oh my God.
Y'all dirty.
Oh my God.
Yes. I got a bottle for you, Rickea. I signed it for you, lady. You're amazing. I am a fan. I can't wait to reach out. I'm going to be in the audience. I'm going to practice my shot. I'm going to be like, y'all are so amazing. Listen. Y'all get them here. Aren't they fabulous? Oh, my God. And we have a surprise for our audience. You are receiving 2 tickets to a Los Angeles Sparks game this season, and 2 lucky audience members will have a golden ticket to premium seats. There you go. Yay! Thank y'all for joining us. I'm coming to see y'all play. I can't wait for this. I love some basketball. We'll be right back. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.